Let's take a look at some TradingView cosmetics. Oftentimes I feel that this gets overlooked, but as you do technical analysis, you'll find that your chart and especially your object tree can get very cluttered. So let's take a look at some things we can do here. We'll start with the candles. Go ahead, right click, go into settings. Typically this would be green and this would be red. I've adjusted them to more neutral colors because oftentimes people see green as good and red as bad, and psychologically that can add some emotion to trading where it's not needed. I do the same to the volume here. Typically this would be green and this would be red. I've adjusted those to match my candles and then also added this volume moving average with the circles here in this orange color. Next we'll take a look at our crosshair, which you can adjust right over here. Go ahead and select one. I like to stay with the default cross. And then go ahead and right click anywhere in the background of the chart, go to settings. And you'll see that you can adjust the color of your crosshair as well as the line that it gives off. I'm going to stick to dash. Next, typically the background of TradingView will come with these lines. Again, I think that that really clutters the chart. So what I've done is I've selected this black color here, hit solid, and then selected that same color for vertical and horizontal grid lines in order to give this nice black background. Next, we'll take a look up here. Typically, people will have like the symbol up and open and some of these other options here. I typically like to get rid of that, again, to declutter my chart. When we're really diving in and looking at analysis and a closer view, you don't want a lot of that cluttering things up here. Next, we'll take a look at templates, which I think are one of the most valuable setting tools that you can have. So we right click, go to templates. You can see I have default flags, so on and so forth, and I've ordered these numerically. If you do not save them with the number here, these will appear alphabetically. So what you do is you go into settings, you go ahead and make your adjustments with colors and whatever Fibonacci you want. Also, this would typically come with a background. I decide to remove that on all of my indicators, whether it's fixed range pull or a fib fan or even this fib retracement here. I always remove the background. And then you go down to template, go ahead and hit save as. Add the numerical value, and then go ahead and name it whatever you like. So then that way, next time you go ahead and right click and you're doing some adjustments, say to flag, or in this case down to our tutorial option, you can go ahead and select that. In order to remove, you just simply go down and hit the X. Next we'll take a look at favorites. We have our favorites bar here. Typically it'll show up somewhere up here. I like to move it down here because I don't use anything down here, and it also stays out of the way of my chart. You can go ahead and add things to favorites simply by hitting these stars here on the right hand side, and then you also can adjust in which order that they appear on your favorites bar. We'll take a look at our axis settings here. Go ahead and right click. This is one of my very favorite settings, countdown to bar close. You can see 27 days and 8 hours for this monthly candle to close. This works for all time frames and everything. I think it is a very important tool to have. You also have your labels here. You can have the symbol name as well as many other things. I choose to take all of that off, again, to not clutter my chart. And then also, by default, I believe you would have a price line here. Again, that is something that I choose to get rid of. And next we'll take a look at our object tree. Oftentimes the object tree can get very cluttered. So what you can do is you can put things into folders simply by right clicking down here. You can either hit this plus button here or right click, go to create a group of drawings. Go ahead and name that whatever you would like. And then look at that, you've decluttered your object tree and now you have a folder. In addition, I like to create these categories here like miscellaneous, previous levels, high time frame levels, volume profile, and so on. Unfortunately, TradingView does not have an option to create categories like this, so I simply take an array, go ahead and name it, like so. And then I'll take this array and I'll move it somewhere that I know price will never go, so it stays out of the way of our charts. And then I go ahead up here, and just like that, we have a new category made.